Hello, Just Too Good here, and today I'm counting down 20 of my most wanted LEGO sets that released in the United States in spring 2017. These include themes like Star Wars, that released in Europe earlier this year but are considered a March release in America. Most of these sets were released February 17th, though they're officially considered spring releases. I made a mistake by including the Avengers 2017 as winter releases on my last most wanted release list, while they are actually a spring release in North America. Oh well, they won't appear on this list. And no, sets that release in May are not considered spring releases. We grouped them with the summer ones. Either way, let's get into this. Starting off the list is the LEGO Speed Champions Ferrari FXXK in Development Center. The FXXK has such a crazy shape, but is executed well in LEGO form. I love how they interpreted the edges at the end and indents in the middle. The playset is neat as well. I like the wheels and fan spinning feature. The development side of things has a lot of nice designs, like the miniature car on display and blueprints. $50 for a slick FXXK, a nice playset, and 493 pieces altogether. The Ferrari Development Center is just too good of a deal. Coming in at number 19 is the weaker of the LEGO Star Wars Rogue One battle packs, the Rebel Trooper one. I mean, it's not the best of battle packs, but you get a good variety of figures and prints here, even though they're not the most interesting designs. I appreciate how they have all different face prints, and the little speeder is alright. However, and you'll see me mention this with the next battle pack on the list, the price becoming $15 in the United States is absolutely ridiculous. For the Imperial Trooper one, it feels like a better deal as that has harder to get minifigures. Still, I know I will get this, I just won't be as excited to get it as the other battle pack. Next is the new LEGO Star Wars Awing set. I would want this more if I didn't already have the 2013 Awing, but this is the definitive version of the vehicle. Unlike, say, the new Land Speeder where the improvements are minor, comparing this new 2017 one with the 2013 one, there are some huge improvements. It is actually in the scale of the Rebels one from last year. My favorite part of the set is the new Lando though, which sure, I want this new Lando a lot less than I want the new Han as I already have Lando's new hairpiece, but it still looks great here with a new torso and such. For $40, I wouldn't feel too bad purchasing this, but it's a low priority because I don't need a new Lando and Awing right away. With LEGO Elves, I buy a lot of the smaller sets which usually have cute designs and neat parts alike. This set is no different, neither is Gondola and the Goblin Thief. Sure, the build isn't too impressive, but I appreciate the content for $10. I like those little goblins, and this is the cheapest way to get one. There's lots of nice prints in here as well, like whatever the Goblin Thief is holding, the map, and little compass. Sure, it's not the most exciting set on the list, but it's a good enough deal to land a spot and get me excited to purchase it when it comes out. I'll be honest, the new Y-Wing Starfighter set almost didn't make my list because I assumed it would be overpriced. However, the United States price is only $60. Okay, that's a good deal. The Y-Wing was never one of the original trilogy vehicles I loved, but being a fan of the original trilogy, I need one for my collection. I mean, the design of it is interesting enough. Of course, this one in particular is based on Rogue One and has some incredible aliens in it like Moroff and Admiral Raddus. Top that off with an original trilogy Stormy, a nice Rebel astromech, and a U-Wing pilot, and this set is just too good of a deal for the piece count, the impressive build, and minifigures. A good Star Wars playset can't surpass my distaste for the Phantom Menace, and that's what my number 15 choice is, the Duel on Naboo set. It reminds me of the Carbon Freeze set in that the build is a very unconventional playset. Play features are weird. There's an opening laser door, and then this catapult feature in the generator core. I like that creativity, and I appreciate how they captured the landscape of this scene in a small $25 set. And the minifigures are a decent selection. I think this is the best Qui-Gon to date, a character whom I always thought looked neat. The Obi-Wan is whatever, and I can finally get my hands on that creepy Darth Maul. I mean, yeah, not really a good looking face, but that makes me want him more. Sorry, I like weird looking minifigures. Next up is a beast of a set, well, specifically the Beast Birkhead. Not everyone loves this one, but I appreciate the geometry of this dude. They got the fur all over with some nice curves, and I think it is adorable how they did the teeth, with the quarter circle pieces. When you see the outfit and put the head together, it becomes recognizable. And I always appreciate them trying BrickHeadz outside of the superhero world. Okay, look, as someone who owns 2 out of the 4 LEGO Star Wars Desert Skiffs, I still want this 4th one, mainly because of Han Solo. It's the one from that disappointing new LEGO Star Wars Death Star with the perfect hairpiece, and instead of being $500, this set is only $30. Yeah, alright, this is the best Sarlacc pit and skiff yet. Honestly, at this point, I don't think there's any way to improve the builds. I also like the return of the skiff guard. I have a few Boba Fett's at this point, so like, yeah, it's nice to get him. Still ticked off it's not that dope version from the UCS Slave 1. I really want to get this set for the new Han, but the improvements over to 3 make me feel not so guilty with my purchase. The new LEGO Guardians of the Galaxy Milano vs. Obelisk set is quite interesting. It is a much scaled down version of our beloved Milano, which I like. It gives some variety between the two, plus it makes for a great deal for $50. The ship itself is a good sized vehicle for the price, and you get the Obelisk, which looks pretty creepy. I find it intriguing that, while there's no new characters in here, all the characters have exclusive outfits to this set. I also appreciate that you can fit all of the minifigures in this set inside the cockpit. Sure, this isn't better than the incredible original Milano set, but it's hard to top that. As it stands, I still really want the new Milano set for its new small size, the Obelisk, and unique outfits for the figures. At number 11 is the Black Widow Birkhead. Her overall design to me is the most interesting and well executed out of these 4 new Marvel ones. Lots of nice curves here, and her leather suit has a variety of detail on it despite still fitting into the standard Birkhead style. The hair is especially well done, and has very minor differences between sides that capture ScarJo's nearly iconic hair for the character. Purple is my favorite color, so it's no surprise that LEGO BrickHeadz Batgirl is number 10. I think it captures the minifigure almost perfectly. My only complaint in accuracy would be that her hair is swept to the left for some reason. I don't get that, since the minifigure has a simple ponytail on the back. The 9th spot is the Battle on Scarab, what I call the sequel to the Duel on Tacky Dacky set. What this set has over that one is a better price. $10 cheaper, $50. Look, it's not a perfect price point, that would be $40, but I think the size of this is fitting. There isn't too many terrain-based playsets like this in the LEGO Star Wars world, which is pretty sad because this one looks really nice. I like the hidden compartment and doors as well, they're decent play features. Sure, it's lacking on play features for a set of this size, but there's also some rare minifigures. I like the Jyn Erso and Cassian inclusions, as I would like to see more of them in sets in general, and the Scarab Troopers look great. However, I wish there was more than just 4 minifigures. The Belle Brickhead is number 8 because gosh darn it, she looks adorable even in LEGO form. I love the yellow dress here, as it is a design not present in any other Brickhead, and actually elongates the stand at the bottom. She suffers a similar fate to Batgirl, where I think the hair at the back is a bit too swept to the left, but it's not a big problem here and is more accurate than Batgirl. For $10, the same price as other Brickheads, it's hard not to want these little dudes, or in Belle's case, dudettes. As someone who displays their LEGO more so than plays with them, I love getting LEGO Star Wars battle packs, especially when they come with useful minifigures. That's why the Imperial Trooper battle pack is number 7. And finally, a battle pack with original trilogy Stormies. No dirt printing, and not the rounder bucket heads from Rebels. Just 2 original trilogy Stormies we all know and love. And also 2 of those awesome looking Death Troopers. Well, actually, these particular designs are exclusive. There's also a neat walker vehicle included. The only bad thing is what I mentioned in the other battle pack pick. The price of these in the United States, $15. Yeesh. I think that is worth it in this particular case just because of how hard it is to get original trilogy Stormies and Death Troopers in an affordable way. I can't wait to get a couple of these to pimp out my Rogue One display back at home. At this point, I think LEGO Star Wars is the best theme to put on display in general. Next up is the Bugatti Chiron, which I think may be the best $15 Speed Champion set yet. I really want this one, not only because it has a gorgeous blue color to it, but my gosh, they nailed the look of this vehicle down. You guys can tell from this list that I like my LEGO builds curvy, whether it be BrickHeadz or in this case a Speed Champion set. This nails a curved look with the sides. It looks beautiful, and at the front and back with that new corner curved piece. I also love the use of a rubber band for the backlight. Very nice usage there. I can't wait to display this. It will probably be Twitch's new Roadster. He likes driving in luxury. The LEGO Batman movie Joker is definitely the BrickHead I want the most. And I already own the Comic-Con edition. That says a lot about the uniqueness of this one's design. Okay, look, I don't like that he has ears because he's based on a LEGO minifigure, and LEGO minifigures, as my friend Sai originally pointed this out to me, don't have ears, so it's an error. However, the hair is poofy and crazy enough to detract from such. I love all the curved pieces they use to mesh into something accurate to the actual LEGO hairpiece that it's based on. And I think it's a good choice to use his outfit that appears in the Joker Lowrider set, because that design is my favorite of the minifigure's outfits and separates him more than the traditional Joker design. I also like how colorful he looks, which is definitely a trait shared with the minifigure. I guess you could say the Joker BrickHead's impressiveness is no laughing matter. I'll stop. The Ravager Attack Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set is, like the next entry, a fantastic minifigure pack. 3 exclusive minifigures, a new grinning Rocket Raccoon, which is super useful, Taserface, who looks like an alien version of the Mandarin, and Mantis, who looks adorable with her new hair and antenna piece. You know I'm a sucker for insectoid minifigures. I also like how it has a little bit of terrain to it, and the ship build is alright. Looks like an even smaller Milano, but in red. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Ayeshas Revenge, a LEGO Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set. Now look, this isn't a set that would make a top 10 sets of 2017 list, but this is a set I really want for one major reason, the minifigures. For only $30, it comes with Ayesha, who looks friggin' awesome. I can't wait to get the braid hair in pearl gold, Star-Lord with a slick new jacket and updated hairpiece, frickin' Yondu, finally, and the adorable baby Groot, who, yeah, comes in the Milano set, which was lower on the list, but this one comes with an adorable Whittle suit. And while it's not the best, I love what I call a yellow submarine build. It has some weird geometry going on, but it doesn't look ridiculous, so it feels fresh to me. Number 2 is the new LEGO Star Wars Rebels Phantom set, which I'm so glad is only $30 United States dollars. The United Kingdom has to pay £40 for this set, which is roughly $50 United States dollars. That is ridiculous, but I live in the United States, so I don't have to worry about that. $30 is a great price for this vehicle, which looks sleeker compared to the original, and it's full of nice curves and vibrant colors. Not only is the build beautiful to me, but the minifigures are great. This will be my first chopper, who doesn't come in too many sets, and Kanan is updated with a completely new hair/mask mold that looks perfect. Then there's Thrawn, who also looks perfect. Like Darth Revan, it's so cool to get a Star Wars character beloved by many fans with such a deep lore in LEGO form. I also love his hairpiece, which will be fun to mix around with civilian LEGO minifigures. My strong want for this set may be because of my enjoyment of the current LEGO Star Wars Rebels season which it appears in, but it's hard to deny that this is a gorgeous build with great minifigures, regardless if you think it is overpriced where you live. But as an American, I think the Phantom 2 is fantastic overall, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. As you can tell from this list, I like unique and weird looking LEGO sets more than ones that are by the book. And my number 1 pick is a weird set for sure. The LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tells No Tales Silent Mary. I love LEGO pirate ships and only own one. Look, I was out of LEGO at the time of the first Pirates of the Caribbean sets. Either way, the Silent Mary is a LEGO pirate ship like no other, much like the last pirate ship direct-to-consumer set. It's a ghost ship. I mean, when has LEGO done a ghost ship? No, not that. Okay, I get it. They've done ships run by the undead before. But my point is that this is a shipwrecked ghost ship. So the ship hull is designed to look destroyed and rugged. I love that. It adds a fresh and challenging twist to the LEGO pirate ship legacy. And as in the case with most direct-to-consumer sets, there's some incredible exclusive minifigures. These include a new Captain Jack, some neat looking characters from the new film, including Captain Salazar, who has this freaky looking exclusive hairpiece and creepy printing on a clear head. Sick. all for 200 bucks, which I think is a fair price for a ship of this size and scale. That price makes me not afraid to buy it. Like seriously, I'm sick of LEGO putting out licensed direct-to-consumer sets over $250. This is the cheapest large D2C, if you get what I mean. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this list, and let me know which sets you want the most at release in spring of 2017. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.